Yeah, maybe just like we'll be waiting for some time.
Mhm.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Maybe we'll be waiting for some time to see the people are joining. I see some people are joining, and maybe we'll be waiting for another 1 minute. If you are able to hear us, please let us know in the comment sections in the YouTube. I also monitoring the comment sections in YouTube. I see the 6 people have joined already. Um, yeah, let me know once you are able to hear us.
I'm also curious if they are also able to hear me.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe just we have to wait for some time. People will be joining for sure.
Yeah.
Have you also started in somewhere? Oh my god. Okay. So are you watching it in some mobile somewhere? Because I'm hearing the news. I'm hearing the sounds. I don't know. Just a minute. So some YouTube. Okay. Maybe I'll also start recording it so that it will be. So hello everyone. Welcome to the SAP Cloud Platform Enthusiast Series episode 6. And today I have Sherwin. He is one of my colleague, and he is also founder or developer as well as the owner of ABAP Editor. He has vast experience in uh, developing mobile applications, developing applications in cloud platform, and definitely has a very great experience on S4HANA and ECC. So let's hear from Sherwin. Welcome, Sherwin, to the SAP Cloud Platform Enthusiast Series episode 6. Could you please tell our viewers about your journey throughout your career?
Yes. Thanks for also inviting me for this podcast. I'm really happy to be here. Yeah. My name is Sherwin. I've been working with SAP since 2013. I also did some small mobile projects before 2013. It was like 4 months, something like that. I've been working on, at that time I was working on Objective-C, doing some iOS development. And at Shell, I started at 2013. So I went there. They introduced SAP HANA for the backend. At the time, SAP HANA was pretty new. So not a lot of companies implemented. They didn't implement SAP HANA because it was it was a new product from SAP, and I think at the time the license cost and all the cost to implement SAP HANA was really high at the time. And then I went to SAP UI5 after that. So I was developing SAP UI5 in 2013. At the time, SAP UI5 was not that major. It was not that good as what it is right now. You didn't have a lot of models, and a lot of things were not available, and also not a lot of components were available. And then I did a small application with UI5 there. Uh, at there, we decided that UI5 was not really good, and we could use other frameworks like Angular or React. And 2014, we switched back to UI5. UI5 became better and better, and then we thought, no, we need to have a standard at Shell, and then UI5 became a standard for the front end. And I also did some small ABAP projects. I was a little bit scared to do major ABAP projects because, if you do ABAP, you can screw things up. You have a lot of power.
That's true.
And so that's why I thought to myself, like, okay, it's hard to learn ABAP. You have to learn it at a company, so I thought to myself, like, okay, I'm only accepting some small ABAP projects, not major ABAP projects.
That's great.
And,
that's great. So coming to the point, like today we have planned to discuss more on the ABAP editor. So
yeah,
I just wanted to know, like, why you created an ABAP editor. There are a lot of editor out there, like people can code in Eclipse, people can code in, I guess, Visual Studio Code editor. I guess they can also do pretty much, not pretty much, they can do everything in SAP GUI. So what made you think about to create this ABAP editor? Is basically, as I understood, this is a basically cloud-based IDE where people can write ABAP code, right? But tell me about this, like, what made you think to create something like this?
Yeah, the main reason was I wanted to become better myself with ABAP. So I needed to have a project to become better. And then I thought to myself, like, I hear from everybody that ABAP is going to die. That's what a lot of people are saying, but I think it's not true.
That's true.
But you hear it a lot, like, oh, ABAP is going to die. ABAP is not going to exist anymore after so many years and all that stuff. But then I thought to myself, the community of ABAP, it's super hard to install an SAP ECC instance on your local machine compared to if you want to do PHP, for instance, or Node.js. If you want to start with Node.js, it's super easy to start with Node.js, or it's super easy to start with PHP, but it's not super easy to start with ABAP. So I thought I need to create something that it's that it's super easy for everybody to just go to a web page and then just type their own ABAP, and then the ABAP will execute if they just execute the ABAP code. My vision.
And so what is your vision? What the plan do you have, or what if users are interested, or people or developer are interested, try it out, because definitely it's quite something new and really interesting, because I don't see before that there was something like cloud-based ABAP editor was out there, and you came up with ABAPeditor.com. It's like cloud-based IDE. People can just go and try out their code. So what's the visions, like what the people can expect from this ABAP editor?
My vision is what I had in mind is to keep ABAP Editor free.
Oh, that's great.
And also right now you have like two versions of the ABAP editor: the unrestricted version and the free version. The unrestricted version, you have more. You can do more with the unrestricted version. For instance, you can also delete some rows on a table. Right now we have restricted that, so you can not delete rows on the table because we can screw it up for everybody else. So that's why. But if we had the money, I could fix this issue to make more instances and then spin more instances, so that people can jump between other instances and to run their ABAP code. And but my vision is my vision was to keep it free, but it's really unrealistic because it's costing me around 200 euros per month, this website. So I'm also having a paid version, and the paid version I'm earning from that, and then I'm just putting it inside the ABAP editor.
I see. I mean, this is very nice. Like, I feel like the people from outside of the SAP community, like who never has worked on ABAP or who never has worked in any kind of SAP products, for them it's like really useful, because when I started doing a JavaScript, I remember like people, we first look for online editor. We first look for online editor to try out some simple codes to understand that how it's working, and then finally go with some Visual Studio Code editor, something like building some realistic applications.
Sure.
I feel the people like who are coming from college, if they want to make a career in SAP, or for example a lot of training institutes, at the same time people who want to learn ABAP without doing anything, without having any kind of setup, not even a cloud platform, just can go to the abapeditor.com and just try out their code. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
So I know these projects you are working in from a long time. I mean, definitely it didn't pop up within a day or within a month. So definitely you might have faced a lot of challenges, right? Like you might have faced a lot of challenges to bring this product out there, and now people are trying out. I mean, tell us about your challenges like you faced.
Yeah, my challenges was I started like 1.5 year, 1 year and 6 months ago. The challenges what I have is combining SAP ECC with DynamoDB.
Oh,
it sounds weird, but nobody has done this before, so I was like, I had something in my mind, like, okay, I can use DynamoDB because it's cheap, it's super cheap to cache to cache the output, and then it will not go to my ECC instance again, so it will get from my cached input the response back. That was one of the challenge that I had, like combining SAP ECC with DynamoDB. Also, I had also the SAP UI5 with AWS, because SAP UI5 you can do things better with OData if you use SAP UI5, and AWS doesn't have. You need to spin an instance and then have OData, but I didn't want. I wanted to have the cost as low as much, so I used SAP Gateway and Lambda functions, and so I was using that to get my data. That was one of the challenges that I have. Like, okay, what do I want to do? Is because I'm paying all these things from my own pocket. That's why I needed to have like something really cheap and.
I understand. I also wanted to understand the how scalability is like. For example, like how many user can use it simultaneously. Like if it, like for example, if I am a training organizer, or maybe
Yeah.
I'm running a training on SAP ABAP, and I have around 1,000 students or 100 students. Is it really scalable
Yeah.
to that extent that people can use it for training, and people can use it for, 1,000 or 2,000 people can simultaneously
Yeah.
use? Do you think is it that much
Yeah,
scalable?
it's the architecture is created like that, but the thing is, if you scale things, I have to pay more, so I'm also limiting it for myself. Like, I don't want to pay more than a certain amount of money, so I'm only scaling it up to 3 instances and not more than that. For instance, if people are using it more, if there are like a couple of thousands of people using it simultaneously, I did a stress test on it also, then it will spin up a couple of other instances to run the ABAP code. And the thing is, I've made it as a feature inside my ABAP editor. So the feature, I've turned that feature off, because if people are using it too much, then it will give a warning, like, oh, it's there are many people using this ABAP editor. Just wait a little bit, and maybe after 5 minutes you can reuse it again. So something like that.
Okay.
But the architecture is created to scale sideways, not up, but sideways.
Okay. And I also wanted to understand what are the plans are available. Like for example, as you said, like there are some free plans, there are some the paid plan. So what are the plans, and what are the things, what are kind of services people can expect in free as well as in the paid plan? Like, is it like in free plan I cannot create table, or paid plan I can create table, something like that, or what is the difference?
Yeah. The you can with the free plan you can only do some basic ABAP logics.
Okay.
Like if, else, and for loops, and but if you want to select from the S-flight table, for instance, or from another table, the Mara table, or any other table, then it will say, like, okay, there's a restriction on that. You cannot call database procedures. You can not call function like methods. You cannot call methods. So I've restricted the whole ABAP editor a little bit, because if you are open to do everything, you can assign yourself as a super user and then crash everything in the for the ABAP editor, or you can do you can do stuff that you don't want to do, and other users will also get feel also, and then it will turn other users will say, like, oh, the ABAP editor is not working. It's because one person is using the ABAP editor differently or wrongly, and it's affecting everybody. So that's why.
I understand.
And the unrestricted version, you can do everything. It's your own instance. You have your own ECC instance. You can also log in with SAP GUI if you want, and then you can have do everything what you want with it. So it's just a SAP ECC instance, and and then you can do everything what you want.
So definitely,
and all the modules are also installed. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I understand. I remember that day you were talking, like you got some users who subscribed for the paid license. Definitely people are interested to use it, and you also showed me a lot of code also has been pushed to your AWS instance. People are using it. I mean, how was the feeling like when you got paid for first time, like for and just for that is also from your paid project, right? It's a paid project. If I can understand correctly, it's not like something you are developing for some company. Rather, you are passionate to develop something just because you wanted to try something new. And so, how was the feeling like when you got a paid for first time, and that is also for some paid project?
Yeah. I know the first time that I got paid, it was super exciting. Super exciting.
I can understand that.
I know that that day I couldn't sleep.
Oh my God.
I was like I was monitoring everything what this person was doing, and I was just curious, like, okay, how many times he's using it, what is he using, and what the behaviors are. And I've seen, like, right now I got I think 8 or 9 paid users, so they're paying monthly 29 euros, something like that.
That's nice.
So that's I've been monitoring them, and I'm seeing that they're all beginners with ABAP. And not all, but like I think 90% are beginners, and the rest, the 10% knows what he's doing. But most of the people, just they're just curious, like what is SAP ECC, and what can you do with the unrestricted version of ABAP, and that's it.
Okay, could you show something today? I mean, I'm definitely sure that people are waiting for seeing that in the screen, that okay, what actually we could do with ABAP Editor. I mean, is it possible to show something really cool stuff today?
Yeah.
That would be nice. I guess people are waiting for that.
Yeah. Don't know if you see my screen.
Yeah, sure. I cannot see it. Did you start sharing already?
I think I started sharing it.
Okay, but no, it's not coming.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
You see my screen right now?
Yeah, we can see the screen. Yeah, we can see the screen, yes.
Okay. I will start with the ABAP Editor, opening the ABAP Editor without doing anything, without logging in. And then you can see how it looks like. Okay, this is the ABAP Editor. In here you can write your ABAP code. So if you see this is a variable. It's only saying ABAP Editor rocks, and I'm writing this 3 times.
Okay.
Or I can also do this, do 3 times. And then end, do, and then write this 3 times. It will be the same. So then you see that the output, if you run this code, the output will be displayed here on the bottom side. So on the bottom side, you will see that the ABAP code is is being executed, and you can write your own logic, and you can add your own data types. It's just an ABAP. It's just ABAP code. You can just write your own ABAP logic, and you can also learn from it. And
does it allow? I mean, I'm just having some questions. I'm a little bit being curious about it. So if I look at normally AC38 ABAP Editor, there we always have some code completions. I mean, it's not about only AC38. If you look at some Visual Studio Code, if you install the ABAP plugin, or if you go to Eclipse, there also we see a lot of code completion features. Like people for example, I'm not a good in ABAP, to be honest, and if I want to try something out there, and will it help me to in terms of code completions?
So
or giving a hints like, okay, I see, okay.
If you do D, and then if you type, like, for instance, the D, then you see, like, okay, these are the possibilities the things that I can do, and you can select one of these, and then you have to know what you're doing also. You cannot just select default and then just run it, and then it will say, okay, it's wrong. The statement default is invalid, so you need to also know what is it doing also. So
okay.
It has code completion, but you also need to know what you have to do.
I see.
And
And what about what is the difference mainly if I ask you about a paid and the free plan? Like I can see there's an option called sign in. If people sign in there, what exactly they would get extra? Can you show us?
Yeah. If you sign in here, then you get you have like system, an SAP system here. You can download also your SAP GUI here. So if you download it, you can also have your SAP GUI. Or if you don't have an SAP GUI, you can also go to the SAP GUI link. Right now, this username is not linked to a system, but it was linked to a system, but I delinked it. But you get to a SAP GUI screen. I'll show you that screen also. Wait a minute. Oh. So right now I was doing some other stuff, so I didn't link my system to this account. But in here we see that here you can just click on the SAP GUI, and then it will open the SAP GUI NetWeaver screen, and in here you can log in to your SAP system.
Okay.
If you don't have SAP GUI installed.
Okay, it's more about it's like a web GUI, right? This is a web GUI.
Yeah. So here you can also do your stuff.
Okay. That's nice. I mean, that's, I guess it was earlier features like SAP used to provide. I guess it still have. SAP provides these particular features. But for example, I want to link up some. I want to create a reports, or I want to create a function models where definitely there will be a lot of table operations. Like you're gonna fetch some details, do some. You can run. We want to execute some BAPI for creating something. So is it possible through your ABAP editor? Like, can you do all this thing in your ABAP editor?
Not inside the ABAP editor. then you have to go to the SAP Web GUI.
Okay.
In there, you can create a function module, or you can have your own SAP GUI. If you have already installed this, then you can open it, and then you can create your function modules in there. Yeah, that's it.
Do you have any future plan to implement all the stuff? Like, for example, someone want to create a function modules through your web ABAP editor. It would be possible.
Yeah.
What exactly you're planning?
Great thing to do. Yeah, I think it's a possibility to do. I need to know what the users want, because right now I've 9 to 8 paid users.
Yeah.
At my ABAP Editor, so I want to just talk to them and then just say, like, this is what I have in mind. Do you think this is a good idea? And then they will just say no or yes, or just say something like, oh, I think this is not a good idea, but you have to do this and this and this. That will be better. Then then I will do that. So it depends. It depends. It all depends on the customers that are using the ABAP Editor. If they want it, then I can create it. It's not a bad idea.
That's true, because normally it's people are, I mean, as I understand ABAP, like, they also want to try out different things they do in SAP GUI. At the same time, they would be interested to try such kind of things in your ABAP editor also, because it's really nice to see, like, people are able to execute the report. Definitely, it is also possible to create a function modules, create maybe some days audit a service also. I mean,
true.
I guess it was really nice demo from your side, Sherwin. I hope definitely people have enjoyed it, and maybe we'll be now opening up for questions and answer. If someone have any kind of question, they can ask in the chat, and I am monitoring the chat. I will pass the questions to Sherwin, and maybe we can discuss about it. We'll be waiting for 2-3 minutes, because I know there is some delay is happening in terms of streaming. Any questions, guys? We are open for that. Well, if you don't have any questions, then maybe we'll be closing this off. And I wish you have all enjoyed this particular live stream. Hope to see you in the next streaming. Bye-bye. And thank you so much for joining.
Did you stop the